Welcome to Chisholm Trail 61. Today we're going to do one of, my holiday favorite side dishes, I guess you could call it. Hey, it's good for any occasion, any get together. Hey, we're going to do a jalapeno popper cheese ball. And I'm going to show you how I do that coming up right now. Okay, first thing we're going to need for our jalapeno popper cheese ball there is I'm going to put me 16 ounces of softened cream cheese in my mixer here, and this has been sitting out on the counter for a good 30 or 40 minutes here, so I mean it should be really soft. And to that we're going to add us 2 tablespoons of sour cream. I'm just going to use my thing here to wipe that sour cream off of there. Just 2 tablespoons of sour cream. Get that off of there. I want to hit that glass very hard there. Too hard. And then to that, what I have here, I got 3/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder, a half teaspoon of onion powder, a pinch of salt, and a pinch of pepper. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there right now where it can get mixed in really well with the other. We're going to let that down, and we're just going to cream that just a little bit there. It won't take just a minute for that to get creamy. Like I said, that sour cream is really soft because I've had it sitting there for a while now. So it won't take it but a minute to get cream there. And matter of fact, that's probably good enough right there. I want to scrape my bowl down there good. Be sure I get it off the side. Get it down off my mixer. So let me know in the comments if you've ever eat jalapeno popper cheese ball. The thing keeps coming out there. I didn't realize that thing was loose on that thing, but it is. That's okay. We're gonna make it work anyway. I don't know why that thing's loose. It had never come off of that before. Guess getting old like me. Anyway, to that, what we got, I have 2 cups of cheddar cheese. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add about half of it. So I'm going to add about 1 cup of cheddar cheese in my container here. Just going to drop it down in there. Like I said, about a cup is what I want to put in there. It ain't got to be perfect. But we're going to reserve this other half here to use later. So don't throw it away. Here I have a half cup of just chopped green onions. You know, the green stalk onions, and you can see I just chopped them up really fine, just little bitty pieces. There's what I did. I just got them chopped up in little bitty pieces there. So you can see now I'm only going to put about half of these in here. So I want to keep about half of these out. So put about 1/4 of a cup in there, and we're going to keep about 1/4 of a cup out. And then what I got here, I have 2 jalapenos that I seeded and I just minced up really fine. And I'm going to put about half of them in there. And then I have 10 slices of bacon that I cooked really well. Now you can use bacon bits if you want to. That bacon bits will be fine. But I got 10 slices of bacon here that I cooked, and you know where it got crumbly like, And I'm going to put about half of that in there. And then we're going to go back down and we're going to give this another mix here. Really good. This comes together really quick. Don't take but just a minute to get this put together. I'm going to get me a different doohickey here. Since my other one's coming apart on me for some ungodly reason, I guess I'll throw it away. But I want to scrape the bowl one more time here. Got me a different doohickey this time, so maybe this one won't try to come apart on me. Get this out here so it can get mixed in good. You always want to scrape your bowl down whenever you're mixing something like this, though, because if you don't, you're going to have that big bunch there in the bottom that ain't going to get mixed in well. She coming together, though. I can tell she's going to stick together good just by the way it feels there. We're going to give her one more quick spin, and then we're going to make her ball out of it. She's good to go there, but I want to give her one more quick spin here. Just to be sure that we got it all mixed up there. Just a slow spin there. That ought to be good. Let me get this knocked off of here. She's starting to look more like a cheese ball now, ain't she? Tell you what, this is my all-time favorite cheese ball here. Yeah, it's a dozen different cheese balls that you can make out there, but this is my all-time favorite here. Good for a holiday, get together, anything. Everybody likes a cheese ball. I ain't never met anybody that didn't like a cheese ball. All right, I'm gonna take my thing off of there. Scrape all of it out that I can there, because I sure don't want to leave none of that goodness in there. And you can use if you want to use a hand mixer, you can use a hand mixer for this. You don't have to use a mixer, a stand mixer. You can use a hand mixer for it if you prefer. I'm just going to take my bowl off of there. Set that down. I'm going to lock it. I'm going to scoot that back over there in the corner. But what I got here, I got me some plastic wrap. And I'm just going to let it lay down right there. And I'm going to take me a spoon. Get all that goodness off of that there. I'm going to take me a spoon. And I'm just going to dip my cheese ball mixture out here on my thing. See how well they're sticking together? That's a good sign. When they stick together like that, you know it's going to hold good shape for your cheese ball. Set that back here so y'all can see what I'm doing here. Just putting it all out there and dipping it all out onto my... Man, what you talking about? I could eat that right now. That's my problem. A lot of people, I tell you, a lot of people probably cook a lot of stuff and they don't never eat it. Me, I'm gonna tell y'all something about me. Everything y'all see me cook, I eat. I don't let anything go. See, that's my weakness is I like to eat. Like I said, some people just they cook just to be doing the video. If I cook it, I'm gonna eat it. What we're gonna do now, we're just gonna pick our plastic up. We're just gonna sort of bring them together and mash our cheese together in there. We're just gonna sort of mash it into a ball there. We're gonna get it into a ball, get it, pressed together good. You get you a good ball form there. Just like so. Now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this and we're gonna put it in the refrigerator for a minimum of 2 hours. Now, you need to leave it at least 2 to 4 hours. I'm probably gonna leave it probably about 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours till it gets firm where it'll hold its shape. And then we'll bring you back and we're gonna show you how we finish this here up. Okay, we got our cheese ball out of our refrigerator there, and we're gonna go ahead and unroll it here, and we're gonna finish this bad boy up. What I've got here in the bowl is, you remember our leftover stuff that we had, where we only used half of it and we left the other half? Well, we're gonna leave it right here, and we're gonna empty it out in this here pie plate. Now, you can use a regular plate, but a plate seems to get messier to me, so I think a pie plate works better because it don't fall out as much and fall everywhere in the pie plate as it does if you just use a regular plate. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna put our cheese ball over in there. I'm just gonna throw that over out the way, and we're just gonna sort of roll it around, and we're gonna pick us up some. We're gonna pack on her. Now I'm gonna get it everywhere anyway, ain't I? But what we're gonna do, we're just gonna sort of roll it around in this and get our stuff around everywhere on it. Just to get it coated good, we're gonna sort of press it in just a little bit, pull it back into the middle a little there, and roll it some more. And if we see a spot that, like that ball spot, we just pick up a little bit and press it on with your hand like that. And get it coated really well, what we want to do. Just all the way around, just get it coated. This is why you do this before it gets real hard, because you want it hard enough it'll hold shape, but you want it soft enough that you stuff in here will sort of mash into it and stay in it. And I'm making a total mess here, bigger mess than what I probably would have made if I'd left it in a plate, but this is the way I like to do it anyway. And you may not use all of it. You may not need every little bit of it. But you can see what our cheese ball looks like there. And that's the completed product there. That's what the finished cheese ball looks like. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to move this over a little bit. I'm going to clear me off spot here. And I got me some more saran wrap here. I'm just going to lay my saran wrap down here, my cling wrap, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to sort of get my stuff raked out on my cling wrap here. And I'm just going to sort of spread it around a little bit there. Just a thin coat. I'm going to set my cheese ball right in the middle of it. And I'm just going to pick it up, and I'm going to wrap my cheese ball up real good and tight in it. Just like so. And we're going to put this in the refrigerator. And this is actually for a dinner tomorrow, so I'm not going to cut into it. But you want to put this back in the refrigerator before you cut it anyway. You'd want to put it back in the refrigerator for probably about an hour, hour and a half or so anyway before you serve it, so it can firm back up. But that's pretty much how it's done. Now you can, of course, dip crackers, you know, eat it with crackers or whatever. But anyway, if you would, give the video a thumbs up there. Like, comment, share. Hey, subscribe to our channel. We appreciate all of you do. We appreciate all of you take time out of your day to watch our videos. We got a jalapeno popper cheese ball. Hey, we'll see you on the next.